Hi, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. This video here I'll be doing a teardown, a step-by-step on an HP Omen gaming laptop. The model for this is 15-CE011DX. Try to make sure that you can see it here. Okay, and this is how the laptop looks like. And if you have the same model and you try to replace your keyboard or maybe your hard drive or the battery or the motherboard or increase the RAM, so this video here is going to help you a step-by-step on how to do so. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you do is to remove the back plate. The two screws that is on the top here, they do not come out. Okay, so just unscrew. As long as you hear the little click, that means the screw is no longer in place. So just leave it like as is and go ahead and remove the rest of other screws. Okay, at this point you can go ahead and pry open the back plate. So once the back plate is removed, you can see your entire laptop here. Okay, so let me walk you through some of the components as you want to do a replacement or maybe an upgrade. So here comes the RAM, and this is a DDR4 RAM. So it's an 8 gig by 8 gig, so I have 16 gig total here. For you to remove the RAM or upgrade the RAM, you want to use a 2-thumb. Go ahead and press and push it to the sideways. Okay, so go this way. You can remove the RAM and replace with the new one. Alright, so the next step for those of you who have a battery problem, is not holding the charge, or the laptop died very quickly, meaning that the battery might be the problem. So as you can see, my battery here is giving me some problem because the battery is swollen. So as you can see, like it feels like a lump, like a bubble, a pocket is being built up on the battery. Okay, so that means the battery is not good and is recommended for a replacement. To replace the battery, here's your model number as you want to look for is SR04XL. Or the HP replacement part number would be this one, 917724-855. So just look it up if you want to do a battery replacement. To remove the battery, so there are 4 screws that holds onto it. Go ahead and remove them. And once you have the battery, the screws removed, the battery will just come right out. Okay, as you can see, the battery is swollen. A little A bubble is in there. Okay, so the next step, if you want to upgrade your hard drive to a solid state drive, you can do that by doing so, and this is your regular hard drive. So first you need to open up the clipper. Once the clipper is open, go ahead and disconnect the ribbon cable, and then the hard drive will just come right out. I recommend you to change it to a solid state drive, and if you want to keep your data and the programs, what you can do is you want to clone the hard drive to a regular solid state drive. Okay. If you need help by cloning the hard drive instead of fresh install of the Windows 10, just comment below and tell me that you want me to make a video of how to clone the hard drive from an old hard drive to a new hard drive. I'm happy to make a separate video for you just that. Okay, so let's put this on the side. So for those of you who wants to install an M.2 SSD drive, this is the slot here for you to do that. Okay, so this one here is actually a thermal heat or thermal paste, not a paste but a pad, a thermal pad. So this is the M.2 MENV SSD drive. You can go ahead and install and put a screw to lock it down. Alright, so if you want to install the M.2 drive. So the next step I'll be doing is to remove the motherboard and the heatsink. So let's go ahead and do that. But before I do so, let me go ahead and mark my Wi-Fi. So I know that this cable here belongs to the right and without the label goes to the left. Remove the screw and that goes your Wi-Fi card. So here is probably for something here underneath. I'm not sure what this is, but let's go ahead and disconnect the cable first. This one here, it will be your keyboard backlighting. Open up the clipper and disconnect the cable. This is your keyboard. Same, open the clipper, disconnect the keyboard. Comes all the way here. This one is your touchpad. Alright. So once you have done that, go ahead and disconnect this one as well. So this cable here is actually your the DC jack connector, the plug-in for you to charge. So this is the cable for that. This one here is your CPU fan. Go ahead and disconnect the both CPU fans here. Alright, so once you have to that part, I would go ahead and start taking out the fan, the heatsink. Alright, so what do we have so far? So far it looks like this is my first time doing it, so as I do, I just kind of walk my way around and see what is what. Okay, so it looks like this connector here this bracket here was held by these two screws, and also one of this screw that goes on too. Oh, sorry. It looks like this bracket here held by the 2 screws that goes here, and also one little piece that goes onto this one. Okay, so I guess I can just remove this as well. So the next step, there's one more screw hidden underneath on this one. So once you remove that, this entire bracket will just come right out. So make sure your DC jack connector goes through this bracket. Okay. Same thing, there's another screw here that holds onto that side, and this entire bracket just come right out. So where do we have now? Looks like the CPU fan is ready to come right out because we already unscrewed them. What about this one here? It is the same. It would just be tucked underneath this cable, so you will just come right out again. And this is your LCD screen. So flip that little clipper. That's how you remove that LCD cable. Alright, at this point it looks like the motherboard is just right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect the speaker. And I'll be disconnect this cable as well. So this cable here is actually attached to the other side of the laptop with all the USB connector on it. Okay. So once you have that bracket removed, I guess this DC jack you can just pry it open. Doesn't seems to have any screw that holds onto it. So if you want to replace the DC jack, and this is how you're gonna do it. Okay. So let me see here. So there's this one screw. Should I remove the heatsink? I think I might not need to. What else is being screwed onto? Let me see. Oh, there's another cable here. This is for your power button. Let's go ahead and remove that. It still feels like something is stuck. Okay, it's probably this cable here. Looks like the cable is taped onto it, so every time when I try to remove the motherboard, it is still sticky. So right now I should be able to lift up the motherboard easily. Anything still here being connected? Doesn't seem like it, but it looks like it is still quite difficult to come apart. So maybe I just gotta wiggle a little bit. There you go. So what happened is that the other connectors here, the USB port, you need to slide it in. When you remove it, you need to tilt at a certain angle and slide it out this way. Okay. So there you have it, and this is the motherboard. If you are doing a motherboard replacement, that's how you're gonna do it. And if you want to change the heatsink, you know, just 4 screw, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Same goes here, and this entire heat sink, you can remove it. Okay, replace it. And here's the back of the motherboard. Okay, since I already removed it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean out the heatsink. As you can see, all the dust is being built up. Okay, you can get like one of those A-can duster and just spray it to clean out your heatsink. And for those of you are getting overheating, you want to remove the screws here on the heatsink and apply a new thermal paste on it. Okay, so let's put this on the side. Let's come back to the main motherboard here. So to me, it looks like the keyboard and the touchpad are one piece together. Maybe the touchpad is not. It looks like the touchpad, you can replace them separately. But the keyboard, it looks like it's one piece together. You can't replace just the keyboard itself. You would have to end up replacing entire keyboard with this plastic here. Okay, this whole thing. Okay, so you might have to replace this whole thing here if you have a bad keyboard or you spill something on the keyboard. So to do that, the only thing that holds the base would be the hinge. Okay, so once you remove the hinge, there's only 2 screws that holds onto the hinge. Once you remove it, you should be able to separate the entire keyboard away from the LCD screen. Okay, so it's just a matter of the Wi-Fi cable here. Just gonna work your way around, make sure it's loose. Same thing goes for your LCD, and there you have it. Okay, so this is your entire keyboard, and this is how you're gonna replace your keyboard if you need to, if you have a broken key or spill something on it. It comes entirely one piece together. Okay, and then the only thing left behind would be your LCD screen. So this is the only thing that is left behind. It's a fully LCD screen, the full assemble with the hinge. This is your Wi-Fi, and this is the LCD cable connector. Alright, so I hope that this video helps show you the teardown, the step-by-steps, and also to do a replacement individually if you want to do so. If you have any question, please comment below. I'm more than happy to answer your question and walk you through if you have any problem. Please share the video if you like it. Subscribe. I'd like to do more of this video for you. Hit the bell. See, I'm still new to this YouTube thing. I'm not good with this speech I'm gonna say, but just hit that little bell for notification. Hopefully until the next video you get to watch it again. Subscribe, share it with your friends or family. I try to grow this YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you again until the next video. Take care. Bye.